So how to never use a hypnosis script again. Now, when we talk about scripts, we can understand them in two ways. One is following a certain protocol, so techniques that make up the whole session that you follow, or the audio that you create, so writing down and then reading out something for your client. So let's look at the first one. Basically, the protocol. If you don't want to use techniques and don't want to use the script, then you will have to work with something more basic, something more essential, and that are principles, because all techniques are built on principles. And when you're able to work with principles that underlie those techniques, then you can create your own techniques as such. Well, basically, you can adapt in the moment to the needs of your clients. And if you do that, you don't actually need to create techniques either, because you want to reserve that flexibility to be able to adapt to the needs in the moment of the individual who is sitting right in front of you, rather than anybody else you have seen before. So yeah, you want to be working with the principles instead of techniques. And then when we look at the audio that you're creating, then basically you will never have to use audios, you will never have to write scripts or read out anything if you are able to work with the unconscious moments, those micro trances that people are experiencing and they are going through anyway, always. And as you're able to work with it and shape it during the session, then the processing starts. And the processing is that mental state where people are, where the mind is finding resources. So when the session finishes, the processing might still be going on. So they will probably go away, and a lot of with a lot of mental activity, a lot of emotional activity, a lot of things happen before the client finds those really powerful resources that only they can find in their mind. And of course, anything that you could write down, anything that you might put into a script, doesn't even come close to what they can find, because nobody knows them as well as themselves. So therefore you can only teach them or read out something that is general rather than really specific to them. um, Especially because a lot of those thoughts haven't actually happened, and you can't do it based on the problem that they came in with, because that's just a symptom. And as we know, if we actually work with the core issues and we solve those, then the symptom will disappear on its own. It might not disappear immediately, but it will disappear because it's no longer necessary. It's not, there is no need for that compensation to be happening. So to answer the question is, you want to be working with principles and you want to be working with the unconscious moments so that the processing can start.